We have breaking news in the ongoing bidding war for the Miami Marlins. Jeb Bush and Derek Jeter. Last we checked in with Charlie Gasparino, they had a big chunk of money they had to find to put up enough to afford the team. Now Charlie says he's got more details live from the Milken Conference in Beverly Hills with the details. What's now happening, Charlie?
Well, what bankers for Jeb and Jeter are telling people, and these are bankers led by Greg Fleming, the former #2 over at Morgan Stanley. He's now leading the banking effort to raise money, as much as $1 billion, so the team of Jeb Bush and Derek Jeter can buy the Miami Marlins. What these bankers are telling people is that they are increasingly optimistic they're going to get the money. As we have been reporting in the past, particularly on FoxBusiness.com, many people thought it was an uphill battle, that they would need a lot of investors. From we understand, they are going for some foreign potential investors, potentially for silent partners, foreign silent partners, to try to drum up the money necessary, because they know here in the U.S., if you're going to put in $100 million for this, and remember, the bid is $1.34 billion. Jeb and Jeter by themselves have about $200 million. That means they got to raise a lot of cash and a lot of checks. If you're going to get Americans generally to put in money, put in $100 million, they're going to want a say in the team. They're going to want some management role. And essentially, Jeb and Jeter do not want to give up, relinquish management role, at least now. So what they are looking at is some foreign investors. And what Fleming is telling people is that he's increasingly optimistic. Now, when will this deal get done? It's anybody's guess. We think around June, but Fleming is telling people it's moving forward, it's moving in their direction, and that and that they think they're going to get the money. I will just say this, Liz: it's never a done deal till it's a done deal. We should point out that the Major League Baseball has been very reticent about all this. They've been saying, hey, you know, it's not. We got to see the cash, and Major League Baseball wants cash instead of financing. They don't want a team that's heavily indebted. And the Miami Marlins not only loses money it is heavily indebted. So, you know, the fat lady hasn't sung yet, but this is what we're hearing. Greg Fleming is telling people that he's increasingly optimistic he's going to raise the money. One other thing that's kind of interesting, there was a report somewhere, I can't remember what paper, that said that Anthony Scaramucci, our old colleague at Fox Business, was somehow involved in raising money for the investor outreach. Fleming is telling people point blank that is not the case. He is not involved in this deal. Just thought I'd circle that one just to make sure everybody knows that, you know, Anthony Scaramucci is not involved in the investor outreach to make this thing happen. Back to you, Liz.
Charlie.